Welcome back, everybody, to episode 49 of the Movie ReBrew podcast. I'm your host, Keegan Holland, and with me is my co-host, Mike Jennison.
Hello, friends.
This week, we are going to recap the Oscars, the 91st Academy Awards. Kind of went as planned until the very end there, and then we'll also be reviewing How to Train Your Dragon 3 with Jacob Rossi. He'll be joining us later because he did not watch the ceremony, as expected, plus his takes would have been dog shit to begin with. All right, Mike just looking at me blankly. Nothing else to add here. Okay.
Let's get to it. Woo!
Yeah, no other news really. A couple of things, but not really worth mentioning. I guess we'll start with one.
Good evening. I'm Will McAvoy.
And I'm Evan Baxter, and here's what's making news.
Good evening. I'm Ron Burgundy, and this is what's happening in your world tonight.
Rami Malek is set to be the next Bond villain for Bond 25. So we now have an American director for the first time and an American villain. But we've seen from Bohemian Rhapsody that he can do a British accent. Do you think he'll be British?
It's gotta be British, right?
I don't know.
Have they always been British?
I feel like they have. I mean, I know Bond himself has always been British, but I guess Bardem is Spanish?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. I hope he's American.
I bet you does something.
We'll see. I like that choice, though. Their last three villains have been fresh off an Oscar, or very recently off one.
Who were the last three?
Christoph Waltz, Bardem, and now Rami Malek.
Well, Christoph Waltz is Austrian.
That's true.
Yeah. So
But,
they're just
it's like they played like if he has an American accent, I feel like that would be way different than someone from the continent of Europe.
No, I got you.
But he'll probably have an accent.
I get you. I bet he has an accent.
Yeah.
I like missing an appendage.
Well, Javier Bardem's face was missing like a ton of teeth, and it was like caved in. Spoilers, I guess. Not really.
I've never seen a James Bond movie. How about that?
Really? Well, you've seen Casino Royale, haven't you?
No.
Oh my God. Christoph Waltz is missing an eye towards the end. Remy just walked in, so she's gonna start scratching herself.
You mean Rami?
Yeah, I think it's a good choice. I like Rami Malek. This will be interesting.
Yeah. I don't know if I like him anymore.
One bad go of it with Bohemian.
To no fault of his own, dude just shouldn't have won.
Fair. I'm more excited about Cary Fukunaga being the director. I think he'll have an interesting spin, but I like the casting.
Who's Cary Fukunaga from? That sounds kind of familiar.
Maniac, True Detective. Yeah.
That's why it sounds familiar. Yeah, that'll be cool. It's a great choice.
But yeah, that's the only bit of news I had that was worth noting, I think. Let's just get into the awards then. So you mentioned Rami Malek was a big winner, won for Best Actor. You don't approve, huh?
No, and when he went up there and did his acceptance speech, it was like, oh my God, he's still just acting like Freddie Mercury. And then the more I went by, I'm like, you know what? Probably just always acts like that, and he probably wasn't doing that much acting in the movie, and he shouldn't have won.
It's funny because they show like a little bit of acting before they announce each name, and his clip was just him lip syncing Queen.
Yeah.
Of all the scenes in that movie, you pick him just mouthing the words to a Queen song?
And it was kind of bad. It was kind of like obvious that he was mouthing.
Yeah, it was a really
words.
bad one. It's not like it was the Live Aid one, which they did super well. It was him in a room singing like Bohemian Rhapsody as if it was like in a studio. Yeah, that was an odd choice. I feel like throughout most of the night they were picking not the best clips for these awards.
I agree. It seemed like they were picking like the second most powerful scene.
Yeah, like Emma Stone's for the favorite was her doing the monster one. Like
yeah, but that was just in every trailer.
Yeah.
Amy Adams was really weird.
Right, wasn't a very powerful scene. Yeah, they were picking strange ones throughout the entire night. Also, I guess we should probably get into the awards, but the one they picked for Regina King, it made me realize that she actually had a lot more in that movie than I thought at first. So she actually had some good scenes. I know we were dogging her after it, but
I kind of forgot about that opening scene. She's really good in the opening scene, but then she's really bad in the other scene.
Yeah.
And that's also not deserving. Ugh.
You know what else? All like the montages and clips proved was that I loved BlacKkKlansman.
Yes, that is something that I learned throughout this
movie.
movie too. I was pulling for BlacKkKlansman after a couple of clips. Yeah, BlacKkKlansman. It was kind of sleepy.
The movie is awesome, and I don't know. For some reason, I
Came out,
forgot about it the second I left
came
the
out,
theater.
came out too long ago.
Yeah.
August release, it hurt. But
Yeah, the big winner was Green Book, won Best Picture, the most controversial moment of the night, I'd say, pretty easily, especially with the acceptance speech, them not thanking Doc Shirley.
I think that was an accident, though.
Yeah, probably an accident. He probably got caught up in the moment. People were pissed that he thanked Vigo, but Vigo was the first one to sign on, and I assume that's how they got bigger names to sign on as well. But yeah, me and you both like the movie, but yeah, it's been surrounded by controversy for most of its run here. Are you happy with it?
I like Green Book. I had a great time with it. I don't think it definitely is the white savior role, but their chemistry is awesome where I can kind of look past that. I don't think it's necessarily the best movie on race, but I do think it's a really good, funny, heartwarming, good buddy movie.
Simplified version of the truth.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. So if you want a movie that's like a hard-hitting race movie, this is definitely not it. But I do think it's good. It's entertaining. Am I okay that won Best Picture? No, not really. I saw an interesting one of those anonymous ballots. A director said there's not a single shot in Green Book that I'd want to frame on my wall, and that is very true. And when I think of Best Picture, I think of more of a work of art, better cinematography, and Green Book's really not that. It's kind of just two really great actors kind of chewing some scenes, which I do love, but I don't think of Green Book in Best Picture, though I do like the movie. So would I have rather seen Roma win? I think I would have, though I think Roma's a snooze. I mean, there's a bunch of other movies I'd rather see win, but Green Book, yeah. When people are saying it might be the worst movie to ever win Best Picture, that might be a stretch, but I can see that argument.
I wouldn't have been like super pumped about anything except for The Favorite. I would have been like ecstatic if that won, but I was only going to be pissed if Vice or Roma won. Though I expected Roma to win, I was surprised when it didn't. But other than that, I was like, yeah, whatever. These are all fine movies. I wasn't like offended that Green Book won. I was just okay with it. But yeah, I mean, the outrage was insane on Twitter.
Yeah, I don't necessarily think it's like, oh, everyone's so racist for picking the Green Book. It's like, calm down. It's not a racist movie.
A lot of that controversy seems incorrect as well. Like Vigo's N-word thing, in context, was totally fine.
Yeah.
They corroborated a lot of the story with Doc Shirley himself before he passed. There was tapes to back up what they did. And then what else was the controversy? Oh, Peter Farrelly's penis. But yeah, not great, but it was
but that's
a long
been
time
around
ago,
since the late 90s.
Yeah, and that's kind of, and he's apologized for it even before this, I think, so.
20 years ago, Rolling Stones did a thing and he apologized for it. So, I mean, it's a dirty campaign and people try to run against it. I think something was interesting that came out this week is they said Spielberg was campaigning for it in the Academy, saying a vote for Green Book was a vote for the theater experience. Which, you have to know, Spielberg just didn't want Roma to win.
Oh, no, I think that was a huge movement within the Academy was a Netflix movie, like, you can get foreign film, you can get nominated, but you're not fucking winning the award. I felt that too.
Yeah. So I think if Roma was distributed by like Fox Search, I think it would have won for sure. I think the big thing about Roma is that it was Netflix.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and let's get to the other big ones. Best Actress went to Olivia Colman. Upset Glenn Close, who is now 0 for 7 at the Academy. I think this is the best speech of the night, one of the best moments of the night. We'll get to the other best moment a little bit later. But yeah, I thought the speech was awesome, and I thought she was very well deserving of it. I think she won the BAFTA and the Globe, right?
She won the BAFTA and the Globe, Comedy Globe, and Close won the drama. But still, this was the biggest shock I can remember in the Academy Awards. I was floored by this.
Well, she was second favorite. I wasn't shocked, but I just thought Glenn Close would get her due.
Yeah,
because Green Book was more surprising to me, especially how the
night
had been going.
But Green Book got Best Original Screenplay. No, I mean, if you would have told me, would you take The Field or Roma before the Academy Awards, I would have said The Field. Yeah. I didn't know if necessarily what movie was going to jump there and do that, but I thought Green Book at least had a good chance. This, Glenn Close being over 6, her winning most of the precursors, Olivia Colman kind of being an outsider. This is her first nomination. She won the BAFTA, but she's British. She was on home soil. So I was floored by this. And you're right. She did give, I think, the best speech of the night. It was just so genuine.
I know.
Genuine. Genuine. It's the name of my wine brand. But yes, It was awesome. It was super, super cute. Glenn Close looked visibly upset, which you can understand why. But yeah, fun moment.
Glenn
Olivia
Close.
Colman
Glenn
deserved
Close
it, I
won
think.
the red carpet though. Did you see her like eye up the reporter and just give like the yes look at him?
No,
I'll send you the video after this. It's so funny.
I feel
Just
bad.
like she just so approves of this reporter. It's incredible.
Because
But
he's
yeah,
hot.
yeah, it's hot. Yeah, I was okay with this one. Obviously, I was pulling
Yeah.
for the favorite all night. It didn't do as well as I thought it was gonna do.
This is his
It's-
only win.
Is it really?
Yeah.
So it went 1 for 10. It's crazy because Roma had 10, this had 10, but like nothing like dominated. Like, there was no La La Land where everything just one movie just won every category. I think Bohemian had the most with like 4 wins.
They did the most with 4.
Yeah, it was
this
a very
was
spread out Academy Awards.
all 8 Best Picture nominations. At least got 1 win.
Wow, I cannot believe that has happened much before this.
So I did some research. Happened in 2015, actually.
Oh really?
Yeah, the Boyhood year. But I mean, no, I think that's the only 2 years it's happened since they expanded the field. So it makes sense. All 8 of those movies are kind of just about the same.
Yeah.
They all have their bright spots. So
Best actor we had. Why am I blanking on this?
Rami.
Rami Malek, yeah. So, did we talk about this already? I can't remember.
We kind of did. I mean, I also saw a tweet that said Rami Malek will go down as history as like him winning over Bradley Cooper and Christian Bale here is like one of the biggest travesties ever in Academy Award history. I kind of almost am on that side. Bohemian Rhapsody won't age well. It's a really bad movie. His performance is good, but Bale and Cooper, they both do different things and they both knock it out of the park. It should have went to one of those two. This is a travesty. Absolute crying shame. Bradley Cooper now has 4 noms without winning. So he's starting to get in that company with Amy Adams and Glenn Close. I think Leo was over 4 before he finally won one. So
Oh,
you
for
can
5,
maybe.
I think.
I think I looked up. I think it was over 4, maybe over 5.
Oh, okay.
But now Cooper's also 0 for 8 total because he's got 2 Best Picture noms, a Best Writing nom, and that's it. Yeah, I don't think Rami Malek should deserved it. He might have been the least qualified person in this field of the best actors. I didn't see Defoe, but what do you think?
I think looking back at it, it'll probably seem like bullshit, but this year he won so many awards before this, so
Well,
it's
yeah,
not surprising.
I wasn't surprised. I just think it sucks that he won.
Undeserved. Yeah. I mean, that's totally fair. I really liked him in the role, but like you said,
I did
Bale
too,
and
but
Cooper, he probably should get it over him. Best Supporting Actress winner was, I'm blanking on all of these. It's been like
Regina
5
King.
days.
Regina King.
Regina King, the favorite, had won before. I was pulling for one of the favorite women. I thought maybe we'd get it, or maybe even Amy Adams would finally get over the hump, but now she's 0 for 6, which is upsetting. But after seeing the clip they showed, probably deserved.
At least you make an argument for it. Yes, I forgot how good that scene was. Like you said, the 2 favorite girls weren't helping each other out at all.
No.
I think Vice just is a very divisive movie. It only won hair and makeup, which was a lead pipe lock. I don't think a lot of people want to give anything to Vice. I think there's a good chunk of the Academy. So at that point, the Roma girl was just happy to be nominated, and it fell in Regina King's lap, who, after seeing that scene, was deserving enough.
Yeah.
So
And then Best Supporting Actor winner was, again, I don't remember.
Mahershala Ali.
Yes. I have all the losers in my head, but I don't have the winner because I was just thinking Richard E. Grant the entire time. His underground campaign didn't pay off. Mahershala was the lock of the night, I think, and he gets the dub. His second in 3 years, right?
Yeah, Mahershala Ali won everything in sight this award season, and he's awesome in it. Totally deserved, but I want to see Richie Grant get it just because I want to see, someone who hadn't won one before. Richie Grant gave the best speech, I think, of the awards season at the Indie Spirits the day before. He was making me cry, and he was crying upstage and on stage, and he dedicated all the AIDS victim of the 80s and stuff like that, his performance, and it was great. I wanted to see him do one more speech up there, but Mahershala Ali's the fucking man, so you can't ever get mad when he wins an award. And I loved his outfit, wearing a black stocking hat for the Academy
he looked
Awards.
like a G. Did you see that Kugler?
No, they never cut to
They showed
Kugler.
him once.
Oh no, he wore the cape or whatever.
Yeah, dude, that was so dope.
He finally showed him. Yeah. Kugler's awesome. But Kugler's big now, man.
Yeah,
Talk about a unit.
I know.
Wow,
That's my guy, though.
guy.
Yeah, Mahershala, I think he is the second fastest to win the same award twice after Hanks won Best Actor in back-to-back years. So it took him 2 years and took Mahershala 3 years. Yeah, I mean it was either him or Grant, but no qualms with Mahershala winning it. He would have got my vote. He is awesome in that movie.
And Sam Elliott's awesome too. If
Yeah.
Sam Elliott would have won, I wouldn't have cared either. But yeah, Mahershala's awesome. We skipped Best Director. Cuarón won.
I was gonna go there next.
Okay.
Best Director, lock, Alfonso Cuarón. He's deserving of it. He ended up winning cinematography earlier in the night too. Yeah, the Three Amigos continue to tear it up. 4 of the last 5, right?
5
of the last 6. Yeah, jeez. Yeah. So now GDT needs to win the next one to tie Iñárritu and Cuarón with 2. It's funny though, Cuarón has 2 Best Director awards, but no Best Pictures, which is kind of insane. Because usually those go hand in hand.
But I think his movies are always technical achievements, but they're quite boring. At least his last 2. Children of Men and You Too Mama Tambien aren't, but his last 2 just, not a fan.
Was Gravity the one before this?
Yeah.
Oh man, he took 7 years off? Is that right?
Yeah.
Dang.
Here's something interesting. This is a made-up award now, but he's the first person to ever get the filmmaking Triple Crown. I don't think it ever existed until after the Academy Awards. Someone tweeted out saying he's the first filmmaker to ever win a Academy Award for Best Directing, Best Cinematography, and Best Editing. That's never happened before.
Like an arbitrary.
Yeah, but it does make sense. Those are like the 2 biggest tech awards, and then directing obviously is like the biggest craft award. So I understand where that's coming from, and that is a huge feat. I don't know if anyone will ever do that again. That is crazy that he edits and now films all his movies. It's just insane.
Yeah, I don't like the movie, but I think he's definitely deserving of that and cinematography as well. I mean, who else would you vote for there? Cooper?
Yeah, I mean, Yorgos.
Yeah.
I like the favorites filmed, but yeah, I mean, Cuarón's probably the most deserving.
Original screenplay, the winner was. I'm just gonna cut it off and have you insert it because I don't remember.
Green Book.
Oh, that's right. I was thinking it was adapted, but yeah, you're right. Original. Over The Favorite, I did not like, but I guess it won Best Picture, so it's deserving in that regard. Yeah, but I think The Favorite was the better screenplay.
The original screenplays usually gets it right. If you look at the best original screenplays and put them side by side against Best Picture, like, the best original screenplay movies usually better. Like Get Out's one here before, Eternal Sunshine, Hers one here, but Green Book one here, and that's not a very original screenplay when you think of Green Book, you know?
Yeah.
It's a very generic screenplay, but whatever. They like Green Book. I would have rather seen First Reform or The Favorite win, but those weren't really well liked in the Academy. Well, The Favorite was, but not to that same extent as Green Book, obviously.
Yeah. I mean, 10 Academy Awards, 1 win, but they liked it enough to nominate, but not enough to really award it. And then Best Adapted, the other best moment of the night, Spike Lee finally gets his Oscar for Black Klansman, and he jumps into Sam Jackson's arms. What an awesome moment.
That whole 10 minutes span was awesome.
Yeah.
When Samuel Jackson came and said, "Hey, Spike, the Knicks won."
They're trying to tank!
Yeah.
Spike was hilarious all night, including after the fact when he just refused to give any credit to Green Book. Kind of petty, but it is what it is. This is deserving.
Yeah.
Over, what's it called? If Beale Street Could Talk, which I would have voted for, but, I mean, Black Klansman, awesome movie.
Can you ever forgive me? Yeah. But yeah, Black Klansman, it's a great screenplay, so I'm cool with it. And thing is, I think I would have voted for Black Klansman too. I said on the podcast I would have voted for Can You Ever Forgive Me, but the more I think about it, I want to reward Spike somewhere, so I probably would have gave it to Spike.
And I guess the book is basically like a police report for the entirety of it, and he made it a good story. He had a bunch of different characters that condensed a lot of time and content into a well-crafted story. Yeah, I think that was deserving, and finally he gets his win. Long overdue. He should have won back in the 90s, but
he was so happy. It was so cute.
It's funny that Do the Right Thing, which wasn't nominated, lost, quote-unquote, to Driving Miss Daisy, and Black Klansman loses to Green Book. So he lost to the same movie twice, basically.
But Do the Right Thing was nominated for screenplay.
Oh, yeah.
But it wasn't nominated for picture. It wasn't nominated for picture, though, yes.
And then, do you even want to get to the other ones? There's not really...
Well, let's just go rapid fire. Spider-Man 1 animated feature. We all knew it was going to happen. Keegan can finally stop talking about the movie now.
Of the night.
But yeah, I mean, Phil Lord and Christopher Miller deserve Academy Awards, so you can't be too upset with that.
I saw a tweet like 10 minutes ago that was like Lord and Miller started out the year as being the guys that were fired from Solo to winning an Academy Award. So that's awesome for them. I love those guys.
Good segue to the next thing. Free Solo One doc. You can see that on National Geographic this week, I'm pretty sure. Filmed by, financed by National Geographic. It looks stunning in that trailer. And
I know, dude. I'm
clip.
so mad I missed it.
Yeah, that's a regret. Period, end of sentence. It's about funding female to get tampons in India or whatever. Something along those lines. Something about the menstrual cycle and impoverished area. That's on Netflix. Skin, A24. Live action short won. Keegan picked it. I didn't. Though I did win it all. I should mention that. Finally, the curse has been broken. Mike,
I won.
What's the
I won
curse?
the one I did.
Oh,
not through you and Chuck.
with who?
However, I finished second, but I got money. If I would have picked Free Solo instead of RGB, I would have won. I don't know why I picked RGB. Such a mistake.
Whose thing were you in?
Orada.
Oh wow. And best animated short was Bao, however you want to pronounce it, and Bao, and that's awesome. And Skin was really good too, and Bao was the thing in front of Incredibles, awesome. Original score, Black Panther won over If Beale Street Could Talk. Original score is almost always wrong. They suck. I don't even know the Black Panther score. You brought that up.
Yeah, Black Panther did super well. I thought maybe there was an outside chance he was going to win the amount of awards it won. Which
So did I.
Name
I was kind of
second here.
expecting them to say it. Shallow, which brings me to my favorite, maybe Academy Award moment ever. Did you enjoy it when they sing Shallow live? It won Best Original Song.
Oh, yeah. I should say the Black Klansman score, which I dogged, I think, on our prediction podcast, is actually awesome. I just totally forgot it, but once they played it, I was like, oh, yeah, this actually is so good. The Shallow's performance, rocky start for our boy, Coops, but he got into it as he went. It got better, finished strong. And, yeah, those two are definitely having an affair.
Well, no one's married, so it's not an affair.
That's right. It's just a baby mama. I mean, Cooper's girlfriend, I guess, is a Russian supermodel, and they have a kid together, and she just had to sit in between them. Just brutal.
That sucks.
But no, good performance. Yeah, like I said, rocky start, but I mean, he hasn't been. She's a world-class singer, and he hasn't probably sang in like 6 months. So tough to get out there with just a powerhouse next to you.
Yeah.
But she picked him up, you know.
Oh yeah. I love the way they did it. They used the handheld. I've never, It was captured so well, the close-ups and stuff. Cooper had his hands all over that scene. He had it in his mind how he wanted them to perform it there. So it was good to see them nail it. And it's too bad La La Land didn't do it. La La Land just had John Legend go up there and sing a medley of La La Land songs. Emma Stone got cold feet. It was nice to see Bradley Cooper actually, who's not a performer, go up there and perform live. And that was awesome. Best sound editing and sound mixing both went to Bohemian Rhapsody. Also, editing went to Bohemian Rhapsody. A lot had to do with
that one scene went viral of it's like an 80-second clip and there's like 77 cuts. It's just it's so bad.
I don't remember that. It hurt my head watching that, and that is terrible. The big thing about the editing is though they didn't have a director and he was editing the movie. So, whatever.
Fair.
This movie still sucks, but I can understand the debate. Best production design, and I'm going to jump dress in here. Costume design. Production design, costume design, both the Black Panther over the favorite. Big flowy dresses and period pieces always dominate these two categories, and they didn't this time. Black Panther won it. I was upset for a second that it lost costume design. Then I saw a shot of all the costumes from Black Panther. I'm like, damn, yeah, that's pretty sick.
No, I think Black Panther is more deserving of both of these awards, but I mean, like you said, it's been so period piece heavy for the last 100 years where I just thought it was going to go to the favorite.
I would argue production design should have went to the favorite still.
Maybe. I don't know. The world of Wakanda is so cool, and I think they nailed it.
That is true. But, like, how much is that CGI?
I don't know. What's this? It's like Afro-futuristic? Is that what it's called? They made up a thing for it, and
it does look sick.
It's amazing.
That's the best thing about that is that.
Yeah.
It's weird though, when they fight, you don't see the streets of Wakanda ever again. Like, you know what I'm saying? You see when the movie opens, but then everything else just like every time they like do anything, it's just a green field.
Right. Yeah. They're never in like that little town, or not town. It's a huge city, but Yeah, they fight in the fields. They fight on the waterfall. They never go back there.
You gotta utilize that Six City.
Yeah, I agree.
Didn't you do an Avengers either? Best makeup and hairstyle went to Vice, obviously. Best cinematography went to Roma. That was a lock. Then best visual effects, First Man got a win. Marvel movies still have never won a special visual effects award. So.
But they got their first wins with Black Panther.
Yes, Black Panther winning 3. So the big winner of the night was Bohemian Rhapsody, 5 noms, 4 wins, which is crazy. Only didn't win was Best Picture. Black Panther, 7 noms, 3 wins. Green Book, 5 noms, 3 wins. Roma, 10 noms, 3 wins. And like I said, every Best Picture won. So the most nominated movie of the night without a win was Mary Poppins with 4 noms and 0 wins. So here, let's talk about the actual show.
I was going to bring up the no hosts. Keep this going.
I really enjoyed the no host. The thing only took 3 hours and 15 minutes. The ratings went up from the year before. It was one of the more enjoyable Academy Awards I can remember. I love the no host. I loved how it was paced. The presenters were good. Interesting dynamics. Just a very enjoyable show.
Yeah, I agree. I think it was like 3:15 long, but like only 2.5 hours of show. So like, yeah, what more do you want? No dumb gimmicks. Some of the presenters flops. Like I don't think Mulaney and Awkwafina were very funny. People were calling for them to host the next one, but I thought they completely fell flat.
I thought that was the worst one of the night.
Yeah, Melissa McCarthy.
Especially when you think about how good that could have been.
I know those two were hilarious, but yeah, it just
awesome.
wasn't very good. Melissa McCarthy and Brian Tyree Henry, I think, were the best presenters, where they came out in every single costume possible.
So
I didn't
funny.
realize it was him for most of it, but I was like, oh shit. But yeah, I think
Well, it'll be Jordan and Tessa Thompson came out together, and my heart just melted.
the best. Yeah, they did really good pairings. Elsie Fisher was great. I think, yeah, there's no reason to get a host. I think everyone was receptive of this, and if you can keep it short and just give awards, everyone's going to be into it.
All the music performances were great.
Yep.
They were just entertaining. So I really, really enjoyed it. No host, please.
Do you think
no regular people, thank God. I don't think they will. I think they'll have a host next year.
Yeah, it sucks.
Hopefully it's Lin-Manuel Miranda. Fingers crossed.
I think the best hosts are ones that can do, like, musical numbers.
Yeah.
Like Billy Crystal's... Jesus, Remy. Billy Crystal's opening was always the best. Where he tied every movie into a musical number. I think Colbert did that with the Emmys. Like, if you could do that, you got me.
Hugh Jackman did a really good one.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot he hosted until a couple weeks ago. Yeah, I think that's about it. Yep. Anything else to add?
No.
All right. We're going to bring on Jacob Rossi to review How to Train Your Dragon 3. Or, what's it called? Hidden World?
I don't know.
Who gives a shit?
You can't handle the truth.
She's gone from suck to blow.
Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
I now welcome on Jacob Rossi, because Mike nearly died in a hurricane? Tornado in Atlanta this weekend, so he couldn't see the movie. Also, Brian's sitting in the room. What's up, Brian?
What's up, guys?
We basically already had this conversation in the car on the way back from How to Train Your Dragon 3, but we'll do it again. We'll run it back. This one takes place 5 years after? It doesn't really
it
say.
seems about 5 years.
But it seems like a real continuation of the second one, because the new villain, insert name here, I don't remember. Gremmel is still trying to complete the mission of Drago? Okay. Ivan Drago?
Yeah, but not really. I mean, kind of. He's just trying to kill the dragons.
Yeah, it's he's mentioned in passing, because was Drago getting the army for himself?
Yes.
Okay.
Drago was basically going for world domination. Gremmel was not. Gremmel, didn't even really want power. He just wanted to kill dragons, so that's a big difference.
He wanted to kill the Night Fury, which is Hiccup, but isn't he delivering an army to those 3 random people we barely see?
Oh, the warlords?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess. You're right. That's fair.
So I think basically those 3 are now stand-ins for Drago, but they don't get any screen time, but they want to...
And they also just seem like very inferior characters throughout the movie.
So this one, the main conflict is... When does it start? Does Drago come to them? I don't remember. We saw this one day ago. I'm already blanking.
No, the way the movie starts?
Oh, so they're now, stealth-seeking dragon savers.
Yes.
Yeah.
The main characters from the first 2 movies are basically just trying to raid dragon trappers' ships to free the dragons.
Yeah. and they raid
one of the warlord ships.
Yeah.
And basically word gets back to Gremmel.
and the ship that they raid has the Light Fury on it, which is Hiccup's new love interest and the last female Night Fury, Light Fury,
Yeah.
it seems. So
That's Toothless love interest, not
yeah.
Hiccup's.
Oh, my bad. So that's the driving force of this one, though, is Hiccup's love interest and his role.
Toothless love
Jesus,
interest.
Toothless, and his role amongst the dragons as he's like the new king now. So, did you like it?
I did. I actually really did. And it is the exact reason why I love all children's movies. And it's basically like just really simple plot. It doesn't really matter like what age you are. The good guy wins. The good guy gets the girl. And it's just pretty cool visually and musically. And that's really what I liked.
No huge leap to this one, like the second from the first, like the way it looks. But there are some like photorealistic shots. Like when they're circling the hidden world, like the waterfall, that could be from a live action movie.
Yeah.
Like it's crazy. It looks amazing. I liked it too. I don't think I liked it as much as the first two, but I've thought about it a bunch today. Especially that score, which I didn't realize was such a good score, but I've been humming it like all day.
Yeah.
You've been humming Jurassic Park. That as well, but yeah. Yeah, I just don't think it's as strong as the previous entries, but those are like 9 out of 10 awesome movies. This is like a 7.5 out of 10 for me.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of hard for me not to just grade the whole franchise like together. But I think I'm willing to say this and Kung Fu Panda are my favorite two trilogies.
You've never seen Toy Story
all
the way through.
I'm not sure I've seen all the Toy Stories like consecutively the way I kind of have watched this and Kung Fu Panda. But
is that DreamWorks too?
yeah, DreamWorks
They got
gets me,
you.
man.
They got you.
DreamWorks gets me. So yeah, I don't know. I just love it. It's hard for me. I think a big change in this one is that Toothless is such a main character, and it's more his conflict also, not just Hiccup's. And so it's kind of strange to like, whenever you bring an animal in as the not the main emotion driver, but kind of the main emotion driver in the movie. It's a little different, but I really liked it.
So there's only a couple new characters in this one. The Light Fury. Did you ever get a name?
No.
Weird. And Gremmel. But the new guy from the last one, it's Jon Snow, gets no play. The Aragorn, son of Arathorn.
Aaron, son of Aaron?
Yeah, he's in it for like 5 minutes.
Oh, the Jack Black looking character and him go back and forth for Hiccup's mom.
Yeah, I didn't like that.
Yeah, it was a little weird.
It's
It was a little
weird.
like a 17-year-old hitting on like a 50-year-old in the movie. It was a little strange.
She like, I guess it's a spoiler, but not really. She like gives him credit at the end. He could be the brothers, you're the brains. That was not deserved.
No.
That was
gives
a
him
weird
more
dynamic.
on the whole movie.
I know, like, you would think with that line he would be like instrumental in their last plan.
He
just
did
watching.
He
literally
did nothing. He was a throwaway character in the entire movie.
So, yeah, before we get into spoilers, did you score it overall?
I mean, number 3 specifically, I think I'm just giving it I think I might go 8. And then as a whole, I might go, franchise might go 8.75 to 9.25 depending on my mood that day.
Fair enough. Yeah, I'd still recommend this though, and I'd watch it again. It was this longer than the other ones? It seemed a little
felt
longer.
longer.
Yeah.
I'm excited to watch it again.
Yeah. But yeah, I'd recommend it, especially if you like the other two, because it's about the same, I'd say, quality-wise. I think the other two are a little bit better, but yeah. Spoilers. The villain. Not great. I guess better than Drago, but...
They didn't really develop any villain in this.
And the problem we thought we'd have with this one, where it'd just be the exact same story, it kind of is. They don't change much.
Yeah, but I think there's a big difference with the... Like, you don't really think that... I don't know. With the second one and the first one... Or, the second and the third, you don't realize... Well, we're fully into spoilers, right?
Yeah.
Toothless and Hiccup are totally separated at the end of this movie.
And for a lot of the movie, too.
And for a lot of the movie.
Yeah.
So, it's not like Hiccup and Toothless are like... Hiccup's not really Toothless' rider during this. He kind of lets him go his own way, discover his own thing. And,
you can go your own way. Go your own
Call
way.
it thunder. Yeah, so that's a big difference, but it is a similar villain. Except he wants to kill the dragons instead of enslave them.
Yeah. That might be why I don't like it as much, because I like them together.
Yeah.
Like, they're dynamic, but yeah, they're really not in it that much. And when they are together, it's like they're kind of like they're not like buddy anymore.
No, it's really not. It's like it's almost unusual when Toothless like lets Hiccup ride him and things like that. It's almost like, are you sure?
Because he can fly by himself now.
Yeah,
So he doesn't really need him.
So to alleviate the tail conflict, like Hiccup makes him a tail that like essentially helps him like fly by himself.
The Hidden World I thought was totally underutilized. Though it was sick when they went in, like when I forget what Astrid's dragon's name was, but when it changes colors.
Stormfly?
Yeah,
it's
and
so
it's
cool.
revealed like what they really look like when they're in their own element. Thought that was a cool visual. Like each of these movies has an awesome like single shot. And I thought that was the strongest one of this movie. But yeah, they don't spend much time there. Like, did you think that was gonna be the new Burke?
Yeah.
You did, yeah.
I really did. I thought all the humans were gonna get welcomed by the dragons.
Yeah, and I thought it was a cool twist that they basically get chased out of there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
so
don't let the humans stay.
Yeah. And a couple different things I wasn't expecting. I thought the mom was gonna die. In kids' movies, you think. I mean, this ended the exact way we thought it was going to, with Astrid and Hiccup have kids and Toothless has a kid. But during like the big battle scenes, I was afraid for characters' lives, which you don't really expect from a kids' movie.
Yeah, and like the guy's trying to kill the dragons. It's like he's not trying to capture them; he's trying to kill them. So it's a whole different dynamic than the first two.
Does he actually kill any of them though?
I don't think you see him kill any of them.
Yeah.
He's got 2 dragon, I guess 6 of those dragons.
Yeah.
That are kind of on his team that are just like dragon killers.
And he like controls them using their poison. That was pretty cool. But yeah, I didn't love him as a villain, and I didn't love. I like the aspect of Hiccup and Astrid growing more together. So like they actually seemed like a real couple finally, because before it just seemed forced. But their relationship was grown very well. But I don't know. A lot of this was lacking in other places where the previous two excelled, I'd say.
Yeah, I'm with you, and I think like I don't know. I just think one of the underlying cool parts of all 3 of these movies is the shots and the colors and the visuals. Like it is so cool seeing some of the ways they do when they first discover the dragon's nest. When they first show Burke, it's one of the most ridiculous shots ever.
Yeah. So they continue the thing of opening every movie with "This is Burke," and then the first shot is like there's like 20 houses stacked on top of each other. It's so colorful. There's a million dragons now. That was a sweet shot. And then they didn't end with that. How'd you like the ending?
I did. I thought the ending was great. It kind of came full circle, and the way they use like I don't know. So to spoil the ending, they let the dragons go, and then the ending is Hiccup, Astrid, and their 2 kids meeting up with Toothless, Stormfly, and the Light Fury for the last time. And probably not the last time, but the last time that you see it. So I really like the reunion of them. And you see Toothless has children with the Light Fury, kind of remaking the I guess, endangered species. And then Hiccup and Astrid's kids are adorable.
That can't keep going much longer, though. That's inbreeding. They're screwed.
I was thinking about that. Like, the only option left is the kids to breed themselves. Like, all right.
Light Furies are screwed.
Yeah, that's right.
But it was cool. It doesn't make any sense that when they breeded, the kids were half white, half black. Like, why are they not mixed?
Yeah,
Doesn't make any sense,
it was
but
very strange.
It was a cool look.
Yeah.
I read that this is the last one officially. They're
I think it is.
I think they're gonna start doing TV shows.
They do have TV shows. They have some on Netflix and things.
Okay, but yeah, as far as the movies go, because the same director and writer did all 3 of them, and he said he's done.
Yeah.
So
I think it ran its course. I really like the story, but I think it ran its course.
Yeah, that's fair. I have really nothing else to add.
I don't either. I liked them. I'm gonna. I don't know if I'll buy them, but I'm gonna watch them all again. And yeah, I liked them.
No killer song this time.
No killer song. It's all good though.
Oh, they worked Stoic back in.
They really
Couple
did
flashbacks.
actually. Yeah,
Yeah.
He was in the movie a lot more than I thought he was gonna be.
I enjoyed that. Did you watch anything else this week?
Let's see. I watched Hotel Transylvania 3. I watched Incredibles 2, and then I don't know if this counts as watching, but I listened at work to Hercules. so I kind of know all the scenes. And so I'm kind of out of podcasts to listen to, so I just threw Hercules on and listened to the audio and pretty much say every line and all that. So I got it.
I would never. I don't think I've ever gotten to a point with a movie where I could do that. Just listen to it.
Favorite movie of all time?
What? Brian's Iron Man.
I can't believe you can't do all 3 Lord of the Rings.
We say every single word?
Yeah. So
Dude,
long.
no. I've seen them each 10 times, but they're 3 hours each. Could you?
Brian, that's 10 hours.
Pretty close.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Good for you.
Brian even could with Star Wars too. I don't know if that's true, but he's a big Star Wars fan.
Actually, I think at one point I knew every word to Anchorman, or I can get pretty close, but that's. I like watching movies too. I want to just listen to the movie. I guess you can visualize it as well as you can.
I can visualize her.
There's certain websites out there that you can just listen to audio of movies.
Really?
Yeah, because a lot of people do enjoy doing that at work as an alternative to listening to audiobooks or listening to podcasts or music.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I like it. If you've seen the movie before, you can picture things.
And then what are the other two? Incredibles. It's the first time seeing it.
Hotel Transylvania 3 and Incredibles 2.
Both first time.
Yeah, both first time.
Good. I mean, I know the Incredibles is great, but
Yeah.
oh, you watched the nose scene where Violet squirts out water out of her nose?
Oh, that's one of the
1,000 times.
That's one of the greatest spit takes of all time.
Yeah.
It's so good.
It is very good.
Her eyes are the size of her head at the end of it. It's great.
And then you're a huge Hotel Transylvania guy.
Yeah, big time. It's a little childish, the villain and etc. But
This is the cruise one?
Yeah, it's the cruise one.
Good.
Yep, really big fan.
And I watched Alita Battle Angel. I actually kind of liked it. It's like a 6.5 out of 10. The CGI is actually incredible. I've been dogging it for the last 3 months, but I saw it in 3D in theaters. It's actually amazing. If you can see it on a big screen, I actually suggest it.
Are you gonna review it on the pod?
No, because Mike's not gonna see it.
Okay.
This will be my quick takes here. I think the main actress is amazing. The CGI is amazing. The story is kind of weak, and the love interest is dog shit. Halfway through the movie, I leaned over to Arado. I was like, "Who's the villain of this again?" He's like, "I don't know. I don't really know." So it's kind of a disaster in terms of pacing and everything, but it's really nice to look at. It's kind of like Avatar in that way, where it's the best CGI I may have ever seen before. And if they get this good with motion capture, movies can be insane in the near future here. But yeah, I'd give it a 6.5 out of 10. I'm going to see the sequel if it gets one, I guess. I'm not sure if it's going to. I don't think it did super well, at least in the United States. But yeah, that's what I watched. Nothing really on the horizon here.
Yep, I got nothing.
All right, thanks for listening, guys. We'll see you next week for best soundtracks of all time, I think is what we're doing.
Wow.
It's a really good one. Follow us on at movie_rebrew, me at Cashman at Keegan, Jacob at Nothing, Brian at
Polar_Barrett.
Polar_Barrett. Subscribe on SoundCloud, iTunes, and YouTube. Thanks for listening. Bye.
Sometime you exploded, drop a few lines. When I catch you through the static, Irish goodbye, what a classic. Millennial girl in love once a year. When it comes, she disappears. Maybe she'll stay.